You're tuning into Radio Punjab. I'm your host, Young Mellow, and welcome to an exciting episode of Beyond the Borders. Today, I'm joined with someone, a creative, a visionary, a model, and I could say a future entrepreneur. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Harare, Zimbabwe, please put a warm welcome for 2025, Mr. Zimbabwe, Mkhululi Nyasha Sibanda.
Hello.
How are you,
Thank
my
so
brother?
much. Finally, I'm here.
Finally, it's
How
been a
many
machine.
weeks, man? How many months did you try to get me here, man?
I mean, you are a busy man, of course, man.
But I'm glad to be here today.
Thank you for coming, brother. Thank you for coming. So before we turn into the deep stories behind Mkhululi's different hats and achievements, let's kick it off with a banger. Before we dive into, it's very hard to say your name, mostly for people who are not Africans.
Oh, man. I've heard my name in many versions ever since I came here.
Yeah.
The others won't be able to pronounce Mkhululi, so I just end up telling them, the name is just MK.
MK.
But the full name is Mkhululi Nyasha Sibanda.
What does Mkhululi mean? I've always wanted to know.
It basically means Jesus, man.
Serious? Wow.
Because Mkhululi translates to Savior, and Savior translates to Jesus. So you can just call me Jesus.
No, I see. So, before the achievements, before the certain hats that you wear, who are you at core? And how did this whole different hats from being Mr. Zimbabwe to being a model, to being an entrepreneur, to being a public speaker, come about?
Honestly speaking, it did not just start like this. I think that's the nature of life itself. Everything has to be molded from one level to the other. It started when I used to stammer. I used to stammer a lot. I wasn't even fluent in the English language or even my own home language, which is Shona. I used to stammer a lot. So the journey which I embarked on for me to end up being able to speak properly, that's when everything started. The moment when I started to change the way I speak, that's when I had to change the way I dress, the way I present myself, and everything overall, which led to where I am today. So it was a very, very tough journey, It took like almost 10 years to 15 years for me to curate the character that I am today. But it wasn't always like this. There was shyness in there was stammering in there, there was not taking care of yourself properly. Man, it was a battle. Through progression, through, you end up being where I am today.
I wouldn't think or picture you, stammering.
Bro,
or even being
it was
not
messed
confident.
up. You'll be in class here, and the teacher will be coming when she'll be asking questions to all the students. And then you start rehearsing what you're gonna say before she even comes to you. It was that bad. So you have to speak it. If the answer is life, then you have to be saying life in your head until the teacher comes to you. It was that bad. And the shyness too, man.
You don't seem like a shy type.
That's the thing. Some things you wouldn't be thinking that they can end. But even now, it's still there. But it's just that I guess the confidence is a bit higher than the shyness. So it's clouding the shyness now. That's the good part.
Let's talk about the confidence. Because people hear the titles and not only see your swag, but also expect one with a lot of confidence. How did you build that confidence? What were the certain challenges that you have faced in building that?
First, I can say fake it till you make it. Because even till now, I don't think there is a time which I've said I've reached the pinnacle of my confidence, that I'm at the apex level. Nah. I'm still faking it even till now. Yeah. I'm still building my confidence. It's Of course, it's up, but it's not exactly where I want it to be. Yes. So it was faking it till you make it. And we always want to settle, for example, for you are starting your show, there's probably a time when you were like, let me just do it later. You were like shying away from doing the show. Yes. So those kind of things are the things which actually damage your confidence. So sometimes you just have to close your eyes and say, this, I'm doing it. Because I remember sometimes where you'll be asked to speak in class, like to do a presentation. The mind will be like, no, don't do it. But then you don't have to listen to it. You just have to stand up, go in front and present. So through those ways, the confidence was able to be constructed in a way which you can now see from the outside world. Because everything starts from within. Then if the things are fully constructed within, then you can see them on the external world. Yeah. So as for the challenges, there were a lot.
Yes.
Because I'll keep on repeating this. I was battling stammering, I was battling shyness, I was battling a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I'll just keep on saying, you don't have to listen to your mind. You just have to do what you have to do for you to construct your confidence. It's about going out of your comfort zone. If there's something you have to do, just do it. Not thinking, what are people going to say about me? What are people going to think about me? You just have to do it, irregardless of all that.
I actually like what you said. It's more like channeling the fear that you have into a positive thing. And it's really powerful. So like you move across different worlds between being a journalist or journalism student.
I actually forgot about that.
You see what I mean when I say that you're very busy? From being a journalist or journalism student, an entrepreneur, a model, a leader, an upcoming professional speaker, do you see these separate identities as like separate, or do they all combine to form one version of you? And if they do combine to form that version of you, who is that version?
That's a very interesting question. Growing up, the only thing which I was particular about, or the only one thing which I was interested in, was entrepreneurship. So I wanted to build myself to be a leader in the entrepreneurship realm. So with that, I've seen that when you're building yourself, your character to be that version of an entrepreneur that you want, I'm looking for the proper words to describe this.
Yes.
That's why my mind is kind of, So it's like a plant.
Okay.
It's growing up, and there are shoots which are coming, there are branches which are coming from the main stem.
Yes.
So the main stem is entrepreneurship.
Yes.
But when you're building yourself to become an entrepreneur, you realize that you have some traits and some skills which enables you to be a model, to be a professional speaker, to be a leader. So for me, I don't just go straight. I want to venture into all of them. We are still realizing who we are. We don't know ourselves fully yet. So with that, you can get to discover that, I can be a model. I can be a professional speaker. I can be this, I can be that. So throughout the journey, that's when I've discovered that, of course, you can be one person, but you can have the same identity across various occupations or skill requirements and stuff like that. For example, I think there are a lot of similarities when it comes to my modeling and my journalistic work and the way I do my public speaking. One thing I can say which identifies who I am is old school, classic.
Old school, okay.
Even when I'm modeling, I model in a classic manner. That's me. When I do the public speaking, it's classic. The way I speak like a grandpa, man. I'm a robot, man.
You even wear what? You even wear like one.
You see, so there will be some similarities across all the fields,
Yes.
which shows my identity. So it's not separate; it's the same identity in various sectors. Yeah.
That's interesting, bro. That's interesting. So coming to India, has that allowed that to be easier, or did that bring new challenges
with this weather, man? It was unexpected,
Okay.
It's, this one, I'm not gonna skip the weather part, but the weather here is messed up, man.
Yeah.
I came here in October. Like, I was actually late for my semester. The first semester I came late. Boom, it was burning. Only a few months. It was now December. It was cold, way too much. I'm like, what the hell is happening here?
We all face that issue, bro.
Oh, man, it's crazy. That is the main challenge here.
Yes.
So basically, when I start to think about it,
Yes.
I realized that most of my development happened here. Studying journalism was a sort of diversion from the core studies which I wanted to do. So I told myself that I'm going to dedicate these 3 years to developing myself and discovering who I am. So when I came here, I had more time. Since I was like, since I'm doing journalism, we don't have to be studying every single day, So I was like, I'm going to give myself time to be watching podcasts and public speakers so that I can discover more about myself. And interestingly, I was able to do that only for the first 2 years. The last year was a bit messed up.
Yes,
But for the first 2 years, I was able to do that. Since here compared to home, here you have faster internet connection and it's much more cheaper.
Yes.
So you have access to a wider variety of information and so forth. So that really helped me to develop a lot of skills, which I was shying from when I was still at home because of the opportunities which are here. And also here, that's when I started the professional modeling, because at home, I don't want to lie, I was just being a model myself, but not being recognized as a model. Because, there's the recognition which comes when you are now doing professional model, which is not there prior. Like for me, I was just dressing well, doing stuff which models do, but not going on ramp walks and not being recognized as a model.
Yes.
So here actually gave me the opportunity, because the first one I did was the Zima Independence.
Yes.
Then afterwards we did Fashion Sutra.
Yes.
Then the rest followed afterwards. So India came with many opportunities on that side.
I see. Why India?
I don't want to lie to you, but I don't know, man. Certain things are way beyond us. Certain things are way beyond me. This is a personal story. So the thing about me, which is the core thing about me, is that everything in my life is ordained by God. He is the one who says you have to be there at a particular time. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. So from the inception of my life to where I am now, I make my own decisions, but they are not the ones which God ends up taking. God is the one who said, you're going to do this course at this stage. Because I remember when I finished my Form 4, so now we're going to Form 5 and Form 6 and all that. So me and my parents were decided that we were going to do commercials.
Yes.
But then my dad had a dream saying that, he's not going to do commercials, he's going to do arts. And most interestingly, I had already found a college which had accepted me to do commercials, which was accounts, business studies, and mathematics. So it was a Tuesday. We're actually going to boarding school now. Everything is packed up. We already bought books and everything. Then I got to the school, which was in Masingo in Zimbabwe.
Yes.
Zimbabweans would definitely know about that.
Of course.
Which is Rufaro High School.
Yes.
So we got there and we went to the administration block. Then we saw the headmaster. We sat down there. Then the guy was like, with your results, I would recommend that you do arts. The same thing which my dad had dreamed a few days before us going to the college. So for me, I had to remember that my dad had already dreamt about this. So I was quick to say, it's fine, let's take it. And at the end of the Form 6, I realized that if I had taken something else, I wouldn't have gotten the results which I had now. So from there to my college here in India, to the course which I'm doing here, to the opportunities which are coming, to where I'm going to be in the next 5 years or 10 years, it's not my abilities.
But it's by God.
It's by God.
Man, that's beautiful, bro. That's really beautiful. And it's really powerful on how you are still, tapped in mostly with God, even despite,
being
so far from home. Because I know I could relate. It's a bit hard, to pray, to stay devoted,
it's hard.
And all. But I love the fact that you still are, and God is still doing and making moves with you, brother.
Man.
Yeah. You mentioned that India has a diverse, how could I say it, information and vast information, not only through the internet, but also through culture, through heritage, and many more. What are the few things that you say that India specifically taught you that you never knew about?
I had to learn a lot of things. So only the positive stuff which I have seen here is how united the Indians are. Because of course this is this can be, disputed by many people. But from my perspective, I've seen that many Indians are really united. For example, if something is to happen to one of them, oh man, you will be in trouble.
Yes.
Yeah, so the unity part is something which we have to embrace, us as Africans, because there are many African countries, like students who are here, they're not that united. And I've seen that thing stems from home. It doesn't just start when we are outside the country. It begins when we are at home. The unity is not really there. So even when we come here, the unity won't still be that solid. Yeah.
I see. What does discipline look like in your daily life? Not just theory, but practically.
Right now, I've lost it.
How do you lose it, bro?
Honestly speaking, I've lost it. Like, just after the accident, I just lost myself.
You had an accident?
Yeah, October last year, man.
Wow.
Just a day before my birthday.
That's tragic, actually.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. So you spent your birthday in the hospital?
Man, I was having a surgery. Actually, it was funny,
Yes.
I had never been admitted into a hospital, so it was quite an exciting experience, I don't want to lie to you,
Yes.
but that's exactly what happened. It was so fascinating and interesting. Like, of course, you'd always hear that someone has a broken leg, this happened, this fracture happened. It had not happened to me.
Yes.
So there was this fascination that, so humans, we are this fragile. A bone can just break like that. Like, when certain things haven't happened to you, you just think that, But when they happen to you now, you just see, of course, we act as if we are strong and what, but humans, we are just so fragile, man.
Yes.
It was crazy.
How's recovery?
Recovery has been much, much better than expected.
Yes.
Just that since October, November, December, I was bedridden. Man, I was loving it.
You were loving it.
I was loving it. Man, other people were busy going to classes and I was just there at home watching TV every time.
You found it as an excuse to be home.
Yep. I was looking for that excuse for the longest time. And the weather too. It was nice.
Yes.
Imagine now others are going to class and I'm just in my bed.
Yeah. As we were here during the cold. Busy with exams, and everything.
Man, I can feel you, man.
How's the service though at the hospital?
It was everything? So the accident happened on the 3rd of October. Yeah?
Yes.
So I was coming from college. Then I was on a bike. Then this car just hit me on the side. And lucky enough, the car stopped. It didn't run away because he knew that he was the one at fault. So at first, he took me to a hospital in Karar. I'm not going to mention the name. He took me there, but the service was really bad. When I say it's really bad, it's really bad. Because I had fractured my left leg and I had bruises on my hands and arm. So instead of them focusing on the major issue, they were now focusing on the minor bruises. I'm in pain, the leg is here. I won't mention.
It's too much pain.
The leg is doing his own trouble there, but they're addressing the minor wounds. I'm like, deal with this first. The guys are acting as if they don't even understand me. So now we had to do the x-ray there at the hospital in Karar.
Yes.
And they were saying the x-ray machine is not working.
Okay.
And I'm like, so what on earth do you want me to do?
Plus, let me guess. Also, language is also a problem.
Man, it was a lot of issues, man, just piling up.
Yes.
So then when my friends came, that's when I had to be shifted to Max Hospital. That's where I ended up getting the treatment. And it was amazing. I tell you, the stretch bed which I got at Karara Hospital was totally different to the one which I got at Max. At the time I got at Max, they took me from the cab and they put me on the bed and I was like, oh my, this is comfy, man.
Why do you have a feeling that you just slept despite the pain?
There are certain things which you cannot not avoid, man.
Yes.
If the bed is nice, it's really nice, no matter how much pain you're feeling. But you can see the difference since I had been to the worst and now I had gone to the best one. So the service there is really nice, but everything else was fine. The treatment was fine. Even the staff there, they'll be coming every time. They'll be giving you priority, they'll be coming, checking up on you and all that. Yeah, so we're a bit skeptical because I only spent I think 4 to 3 days in the hospital. And even my parents were like, why are they discharging you so early? So we were actually worried that they had not done what they were supposed to do. Yeah, but then we later on discovered that's how it is supposed to be done. Since now I can even walk without using a stick or the walker. So
yes. I do understand. India has been known to be very good when it comes to medical related things.
I heard that they also have medicines which are sweet. I've tried them.
Now, running a business teaches you leadership very quickly. What has owning a barbershop taught you about people?
So all I can say is that the value that you present determines the income that you get. I don't want to lie, most barbershops are the same, providing the same services, providing the same haircuts, but it's all about the value that you have as a barber, the value that your barbershop has, which determines the kind of customers that you attract. Because I remember when I started, because I started here in India, actually 2024, January. That's when I started the barbershop. I started by cutting my own hair because the Indians were always damaging, the hairline and so forth. So that's when I started the business. So from there, I was charging quite less because the skill wasn't there. And the fear would always be there that if you increase your price, you will lose the customers and so forth. So then it was a struggle for me to increase the price, even if my value and my skill was elevated. Yeah. So first I did the first price increment and I lost a lot of clients. I did lose a lot. So now you then want to give up. That's when you lose the discipline to be able to, work consistently and giving the best haircuts every time. So after some time, I started attracting the people who fit in the price category which I now had. The people who will be able to see the value within that price range. Those who were saying, bruv, you're now charging way too much, of course they would go away. But the new category will be able to appreciate whatever you're doing. And after some time, the skill elevated. And then that's when you start to see that people are not just wanting haircuts. They're looking for the person who treats them well. Of course, we are men, but whenever we go to a barbershop, we need someone to talk to. We need someone who treats us well. We need someone who makes us a priority. So that has taught me that, of course, we act as if we are old and mature and all that, but inside we're just children. We need comfort. We need to be prioritized. We need someone who can listen to us when we speak and so forth.
So let me guess, in that whenever someone comes and sits on it, it gives them the ability to speak to you.
Man, once you just hold someone's head, man, it's just automatic. They start saying stuff. And the other thing also, you don't have to be a person who talks a lot.
Okay.
Because if you talk a lot, it's going to disturb your work progress. Like you're supposed to be cutting and talking. And also, if you talk a lot, you might end up sharing the things that you've been told by one person to all the other. So there has to be, what is it called? Client and, what is it called, like in law?
Client and confidentiality.
Yeah, confidentiality, something like that.
Yes. So, no, I get it.
Yeah, so that one has to be maintained, bro.
So it teaches you effective listening, I guess.
Very much.
That's interesting. Interesting. And it's a great skill, mostly because you want to go more into the leadership and entrepreneurial skill, What's something about living abroad, because living abroad can be lonely. I won't lie, I've also faced that at times, in ways that people don't talk about, How do you process isolation when it shows up?
What I've realized that there is unhealthy isolation and there is healthy isolation. And within that health isolation, there are some elements of unhealthy isolation. You get it? So what I've realized is that for me, naturally, I'm a person who likes to be isolated. So 80% I can progress when I'm isolated, but 20% that's when the unhealthiness comes within that isolation. That's where you start feeling lonely, you start feeling depressed. Those moments come, I think, to 80% of the people who are here, the foreigners. Those moments comes and they don't only come once.
Yes.
They come again and again and again and again.
Mm-hmm.
So all we can say is that even those, like, people should just know, Kuti, things are not going to be fluent every time. Those moments are going to come. But it's all about the perception you have towards those moments. There should not be something which makes you want to dig your own grave. Nah, when they come, appreciate that they are there and know that they are not going to last. You get it? And also use those moments as constructive, use those moments to build something in yourself. For example, the moment when you are low, that's when you start, like, your mind starts thinking about a lot of things.
Yes, like every wrong thing just pulls up in your head.
You see, you do a lot of introspection.
Yes.
So the problem is letting that introspection drown you. So you should use it in a way that molds something within you or something within the environment that you're in.
That's powerful, brother. That's powerful. How has being an international student reshaped the way you see home?
I'm loving it.
You loving it?
I'm loving it.
India's treating you well, I see.
So basically, being an international student here, like, what I'm saying is my own experience, because other people will be saying opposite to what I'm saying. It comes with a lot of advantages and prioritizations which are not there at home. Because at home, there are millions of Mukululis, people who look like me.
Yes.
Here, we are a few.
Yes.
You get it? So there's some kind of prioritization. Like, for example, if you have an issue, if you go to B1 or the international department, I know many other people will say the opposite of this. But for me, you'll be getting a bit of prioritization. They listen to you differently compared to even when their fellow Indians go to them, things within those lines. Yeah,
that's interesting, actually.
And also what I've realized is that the services here, the educational services, they're different to those offered at home. I know that people might just be saying, you have gone to India, what's the use? People can just go there, even with low results or low A-level points. But it's the exposure that you get. Bruv, that thing is so important, more than the education itself.
Yes.
You realize it.
Yes.
That's what I've seen. Because people would just be saying, you shouldn't have gone there. Why are you going? Especially now there's Poland. People are just saying, Poland is just like Zimbabwe, because a lot of people are there. But it's the exposure you get from interacting with different people from different countries, because once we come here, we're seeing people from Angola, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Lesotho, all of them, we are here. Even the Asians, Nepal, Bangladesh,
Bhutan.
You see, the exposure that you get.
Yes.
And this is not only the interaction, it's the culture, seeing different things, seeing different environments. You learn a lot from that, things which education can never equip you with.
When people speak your name in rooms you're not in, what do you hope they say about you?
What do I hope they say about me? Okay, so there are two categories.
Okay.
The ordinary people.
Okay.
I'm sorry for saying that, but I just couldn't think of a better word to use. They might say good stuff about me, but I've realized that most people be saying negative stuff. Because I have a problem, I don't know how it came, but I think it came from being a bit of introverted.
Okay.
That you cannot really maintain relationships.
Oh.
I can, but not in a manner which people expect. Because if I have a friend, I cannot be texting every day or chatting every day and checking up on you every day. That doesn't mean that I don't love you as a friend. I will repeat this word. That doesn't mean that I don't love you as a friend. But it's not natural to me to be, conversing for long hours and things like that. I think it's because I'm naturally introverted. So when it comes to the friends and other people, obviously they'll be saying good stuff, but the most will be like, this one is antisocial, or this one doesn't like us, or this one just likes doing things by himself.
Yes.
That's what they'll be saying. But in the rooms full of the people who I aspire to become, the entrepreneurs, the leaders, I bet they'll be saying good stuff.
What are those good stuff? What would you want them to say?
I would want them to say that this is the man that we need for our job to get done. this is a man that we need to put in a particular position to motivate and influence those who are trying to become the person we are, or who are trying to reach the level that we are at the current moment. Yeah.
I see. Winning Mr. Zimbabwe at Chandigarh University, which is the university that you're in, what did the title represent you personally, and how was the experience?
You want me to be honest?
Be honest.
Personally, that was just a revenge.
Revenge?
Yeah.
Why?
So, hey, I don't like going back in history, but
just sum it up.
There was a time, I think I was in grade 6. So I tried modeling and I failed dismally, man. It was bad. I didn't have the costume. I had flu that day, so a lot of
things were happening.
Man. So that's when I told myself that I'm gonna become a model one day. So I've been molding myself ever since that time to the time that I am now. So me venturing into modeling was for revenge's sake, because I had made a promise to myself that I'm gonna do it. That's the reason why I had to do it. And of course, I really, really, really appreciate the opportunity to be Mr. Zimbabwe. But I did it mainly because I wanted to revenge myself.
But otherwise, was it an exciting experience?
It was exciting.
Yes.
But I think most things in life are exciting before you get them. Like the drive or the journey towards you getting them is much more exciting compared to actually having it. I get it.
I see.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be having to give the title to someone else?
It's gonna be an honor. Be an honor. Of course, as of now, honestly speaking, the title doesn't have value.
Okay.
You get it. And hopefully, as time goes on, they, I should not say they, we Zimbabweans can give a particular value to the title. Like it should not just be, you're Mr. Zimbabwe today, and all this other time, boom, it's normal Mkululi. I'm not saying this about me, because for me, I'm already satisfied with what's happening. But I know that it's something which is big and something which is grand. So in the future, it should be a particular value should be attached to it, so that people, when they say that, you're Mr. Zimbabwe, there should be, some weight to it.
Towards it.
Yeah.
I see. So, thank you for sharing your story. We're gonna get into like a rapid reflection type of era, segment. So what's a habit that you refuse to compromise on?
Seeking new information.
What's a lesson you're still learning?
Trust God no matter what happens.
Interesting. Thank you, Mr. Mkulili, for joining us today.
You're welcome.
It was an exciting, a very deepening and very informative, session. I hope that the listeners had an exciting session as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mkululi Nyasha Sibanda, also known as MK.
Thank you so much.
Yes, anything that you should be looking out for? Anything?
As for now, I'm just recovering.
Recovering. Okay, we wish you a speedy recovery.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into Beyond the Borders. I'm your host, Young Mellow, and this is Beyond the Borders. Catch you next time right here at Radio Punjab 90.0. Jashan Punjabi, Tashan Punjabi.